Are you one of those people who needs to see things to memorize them? Listening to them doesn't work for you. You have to see things in pictures, flashcards, or even read a text to remember it better. If you fall in this category, you are a visual learner and this video is for you. Hi guys, welcome back to Guilt Free Mind. I am Dr. Shruti and today's video is about 10 ways to improve your visual memory. Now, if you're a person who's a visual learner, you learn better when you visualize things. You can either read and visualize them in your head, like you're reading a person is walking in the park. In your head, you're seeing a person who is actually walking in a park. If that is how your memory process works, you're reading blood is moving in the blood vessels to a particular organ. In your brain, you're seeing a blood vessel, you're seeing the RBCs moving and they are reaching a specific organ. If that is how your brain works, then you are a visual learner. And here are 10 tips that will help you boost your visual memory. Now, if you want more information on how to lead an amazing life, a positive life, how to be more productive, how to be better in everything you do, go ahead, check out the Guilt Free Mind blog. The link will be in the description. Subscribe to it. And remember to subscribe to this channel as well. Subscribe to it, ring that notification bell and set the notification to all so that YouTube can notify you every time I release a new video. And now, what is visual memory? In visual memory, you store information in visual manner. When you recall information, you see images in your head, you don't hear voices. If you have an auditory memory, then you will remember what you said to yourself. So it will be more like a voice rather than an image. Such people have better cognitive flexibility skills and better comprehension skills as well. Especially when you're reading and understanding, it works better for you than listening and understanding. This is why teachers use both talking and the whiteboard to teach you, so that if you're a visual learner, you will grasp better from the whiteboard. If you're an auditory learner, you will grasp it better while you're listening to your teacher. Now, here are the tips if you are a visual learner and want to boost your visual memory. Let's get started. Point number 1. Write down what you see. You have your phone in your hand, right? Like you're not going anywhere without your phone. You are sitting at a mall, you're just looking at people. Just write down what you're seeing. You're seeing a person wearing a green outfit. You write that down. You describe the skirt the person's wearing. You describe the boots the person's wearing. You describe the hat if someone's got a hat on. Is it leather? Is it velvet? What type of edges does the hat have? What is the color? Do you like that color? Do you not like that color? What could have been done to make that person look better? Random stuff, but more or less write what you see. You can always add in these perceptions. I like to do it that way, but it's not necessary. You always have to write down what you see. Like if you're seeing a menu, just write down whatever you're noticing in the menu, whatever is there. It can be the smallest bit of irrelevant information, but it will definitely help boost your visual memory. Now, the extra parts that I said, write down your thoughts on it, are not really essential, but writing down what you're exactly seeing is crucial for this to work. This strengthens your neural connection as to when you see it immediately starts to form, it starts to get settled in your neural networks and turns from short-term memory into long-term memory much faster. Point number 2, use mind maps. Mind maps is something that has been relevant in case of visual memory as well as if you're a kinesthetic learner. Now, how to use mind maps? You're reading something, okay, it's got points, then it's got subpoints. You make a mind map. You make a map where, okay, this thing gets divided into all of these factors get divided into these sub-factors get divided into these sub-factors. When you're writing, when you're making mind maps, when you're looking back at them, all of these processes are boosting your visual memory. Now, try to recall faces and names. This is point number 3. When you meet someone, you say, hi, hello, what's your name? You ask them their name and then you forget in 2 days. No. You meet that person, you come back home, you try to recall their name. Okay, what was the name of this person? What was the name of that person? What was the name? The better you are with recalling names, the better you will be when you're reading and grasping information. This boosts your neural connection again. Point number 4. Make a memory palace. Now, if you want more details on this, put it down in the comment section and I will make an entire video on how to design your own memory palace. In Memory Palace, you've basically got a house in your head where you're storing information. House, palace, apartment, whatever, however you want it. It should have walls, it should have windows, it should have doors. And that is where you store your information. So you decide which information goes in which room of the house, where you want to store it. This way, when you have to retrieve information, you walk into that house and you move at a specific place and you realize, okay, I have all of these information stored here. The information I'm looking for is not here. You move into another room where you actually had stored that information and you get it from there. It makes it so much more easier to grasp, store, and cache the memory, and helps in recall when you need it. The recall process is so much faster if you try to make and use a memory palace. Now, this is not something that will happen in a day. It will take a lot of practice, and if you want me to show you the steps of how to do this, let me know in the comment section and I will do it for you. Point number 5, use all of your senses. When you are seeing things, when you visualize, suppose you went to the mall, you were in the food court of the mall, come back home, you visualize it. Now, when you visualize it, you should be able to hear what people were saying, at least some of it, not everything. You don't have super hearing and you don't have super memory, not yet at least. So you should be able to hear that cacophony that's going on around you, smell of the food, the table where you're sitting, you should feel it under your bum. If you're touching the table, you should feel that touch under your fingertips and under your palm. That is how good your visualization needs to be. When you are using all of your senses, your brain is forced to work at a faster speed because it has to utilize so much information and cache it quickly because you're going to recall it later. Keep practicing and trust me, this is a huge memory booster. Point number 6, use memory games. Memory games can be Sudoku, Connect 4, 2048, or anything of the sort, or even those games like Mahjong and all where you see the tile and it puts it back and then you have to make connections between the tile. You don't know which tile you saw. Like, if you are not a visual learner, it'll be very hard for you to do good at these games. They show you a tile, they flip it off. Then you show you another tile, they flip it off. Show you third tile, flip it off. Now you have to find out which 2 tiles were the same. There is sort of a Mahjong game on this, and these games are excellent for boosting your visual memory. Your visual prowess will be so much better if you practice these games on a regular basis. Switch them out, use different games, but ones which focus more on visual memory, like finding the differences and stuff like that. Point number 7. Give different objects a number, or different shapes a number to remember. Like, if you're seeing a circle, you name it 1. Seeing a square, you name it 2. Seeing an oval, you name it 3. You can use the same technique when you're in the mall and trying to recall information later after you reach home. If you see a hula hoop, give it a number 1. If you see a boat, give it a number 2. If you see a candle, give it a number 3. If you see a swan, give it a number 4, and stuff like this. This way, when you come back home and you try to recall that information that you saw over there, it will be so much easier for you. You will grab much more information this way, and it will be a quicker recall too. So give this method a try. Point number 8, draw and sketch. Now, if you're studying structure of something, like structure of a heart, quickly draw a heart. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to shade and sketch and stuff. Just with a pencil, in 2 seconds, draw a heart and label the parts. It will be so much easier for you to remember, revise, and recall. Trust me. When you're drawing, you are paying attention to what you are doing, so you are looking at it more, so you're boosting your visual neural connections. So give these a try. Drawing and sketching is bound to help you immensely. Point number 9, play more card games. You can switch out your outdoor playing activities towards a bit more indoor playing activities, because these activities are going to help you a lot. Sudoku, Mahjong, card games, all of these are different forms of visual memory games. These are going to enhance your memory skills, so go ahead, give these a try. Do not take this lightly, please. These are going to help you. It's not just a game, it's something you're doing to boost your memory. Games and toys are very important. Unfortunately, they are not given as much attention as they should be given, but they are crucial. Point number 10, and possibly the most important one of all, is break a large topic down into smaller chunks. divide it. The way the syllabus is divided, no one gives you like, okay, you have to study biology. No one says that. They tell you which topics of biology you have to study, which subtopics of biology you have to study. Now, if you're studying a topic and it's got like 25 pages, why not divide it into 5 sections of 5 pages each? This way, every time you come to study, you only have to study 5 pages and not 25 pages. That is less pressure on your brain, that keeps you more motivated, and when you are only studying 5 pages, it tells your brain, okay, this is less information, so I should process it better. So that boosts your memory. It works with all kinds of memory. This boosts your memory, and the crucial part over here is when you come back to read the 6th page, before you read the 6th page, go through those 5 pages first. Remember, recall that information, make sure that it's there in your long-term memory. The memory gaps that are there, the information that you could not recall, revise them once again so that the gaps are filled, and then move on to your 6th page. Try out these methods, they are bound to help you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, like and share this video with others so that other people who have visual learning style can also benefit. If you wish to check out the blog, link is in the description. And well, yeah, that's about it. Don't forget the share part, that's crucial. Alright, with that, I am done with this video. I will see you guys in the next week with another video from Productivity series. Next, we are going to be talking about how to identify if you're a visual, auditory, or kinesthetic learner. So stay tuned, subscribe, ring that notification so that you get all the notifications every time a new video goes out. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye and take care.